My boss tried to fire me to give my job to his girlfriend, but he forgot I own the patent that runs his entire company. By the end of the day, he was out on the street, and the inventor was sitting in the big chair running the entire show. The man, in the expensive suit, wouldn't look me in the eye. He kept smiling at the woman he was dating, who was already lounging in my ergonomic chair like she'd won a trophy. My boss told me I was no longer needed, while his new favorite started pushing my things to the edge of the desk to make room for her designer handbag. "I'm giving your department to her," the boss said with a smug grin. He thought he was being powerful and romantic, but I knew he was being a complete fool. He hadn't bothered to read the fine print in my original contract from the early days of the startup. I looked at the woman taking my position and realized she had no idea how our core technology actually worked. She was just there for the title and the paycheck. Then I looked at the man betraying me and pulled a thick, stamped legal file from my bag. "You didn't check the archives," I told the boss. "I am the sole patent holder for the algorithm that runs every single product we sell. The company only has a license to use that tech as long as I am an active employee. Since the employer just fired the owner of the intellectual property, your legal right to use my work ended the second you signed that termination letter." The boss's face turned from a healthy tan to a ghostly white. His girlfriend's smile disappeared instantly as she realized the empire she was about to lead was now a hollow shell worth nothing. The failing executive tried to stammer out an apology, but the wronged employee was already dialing the phone. I called the major investors and the board of directors right there in the office. When the shareholders found out the boss had destroyed the company's entire market value just to impress his partner, they held an emergency meeting within the hour. By sunset, the investors had stripped the boss of his power and handed his shares to me to keep the company alive. Now I sit in the boss's old corner office. The ousted couple had to pack their cardboard boxes and be escorted out by security, while I stayed behind as the newly minted owner of everything I had built from the ground up. Subscribe for more.